Hello, everyone, and welcome to an all-new season on The Couch. This is the original couch and all of that stuff. Folks, today I would like to discuss a serious topic, and it's one that I didn't think I'd have to bring up on the couch again. But I am speaking about clowns. As you all know, I'm an advocate for clown rights, and a movie came out this year called It, based on a book by Stephen King. Now, I'm sure most of my audience was intelligent enough not to see this movie. You know, you'd watched my previous episode and you were aware of the issue. But apparently, there were people that saw this movie. It grossed millions at the box office. And to all of those people that did watch this movie, I want to explain why it's considered offensive to our people and why it portrays clowns with negative stereotypes and just in a dark and unrealistic light. The first thing I want to say is that clowns aren't going to kill you. You know, you're not going to open your door and see a clown standing there with a severed head in his hand and just an axe, and he's just going to come in and start chopping you up. And clowns aren't going to rape your children. I mean, yes, there are clowns that do that sort of stuff, but there are good and bad clowns just like there are good and bad people. And placing them all in the same category, it's the very definition of racism. I would like you all to picture a scene. Imagine a street, and on the street there's this man. You know, he's rather handsome, he's got on a tuxedo, and he's holding a red balloon in his hand, and he's just standing there and he's staring out into space for hours. Now, let's just reimagine this scene, and in place of the man, let's put a clown, and the clown's just standing there with a red balloon in his hand, and he's just staring off into space for just hours. Now tell me, which one of these do you think is scary? If you said the clown, you are guilty of clown racism. Let me tell you something about this scene. That man, he was a serial killer. He was going to go home and he was just going to start killing children, just chopping them up, and that's why he had the red balloon. He was going to tempt a child into his lair. And that clown, he was just going to a birthday party, you know. He was just standing there with his balloon having a good time. So, you see, it's wrong to judge someone by the size of their shoes or their bright red nose or their puffy hair. Now, the second thing I want to discuss is the actual movie itself. I haven't seen the movie, but I did see the miniseries, and from what I've heard, they're very similar. And, you know, watching it, I was like, well, maybe this has something really interesting to say. You know, the clown isn't actually a clown. It's seen as this evil entity that represents all the monstrous and terrible things. And I thought, maybe they're trying to say that that's how people perceive clowns, and that's untrue. But as I continued to watch, I realized that they didn't even talk about clown racism. You know, they just completely skated over the issue, and they could have done something really interesting there, but they just basically ignored the entire problem like it didn't even exist. So, at the end of the miniseries, there's this scene where the clown reveals its true form, and it's this just disgusting spider. And I just wanted to tell all the clowns out there that might be watching that I don't think your true form is a spider. I think that your true form is a beautiful butterfly, you know, just filled with fun and wonder and children's laughter and just beauty, you know. And I want to ask all of you to just please, you know, don't go see this movie. Protest it if you like. Or at the very least, be educated on the issue. I myself am planning to go and see Stephen King. I'm going to have a little talk about him and just try to understand his side of the issue, you know, and I'm not promising you all that I'm not going to slam a pie into his face and make him slip on a banana peel while I'm there. But basically, I just want to just get the facts straight, that's all. So, as always, think big, think differently.